Hi everyone. So it's time to do our snack bag book for June. So this will be number 6. And the prompt for this month is nature. So let's see. Here's my page. I'm going to take it out to work on it like I usually do. And and for me, the way mine is set up, this is a bottom of the bag page. So I'm going to show you again how I cut the bag, and what I'd like to do is make the bottom open up into a flap. So basically, you're going to just open it up to where you can see the side folds here, and you're just going to cut right along the fold line. Okay, and it'll only go just so far, and then you'll have to stop. Okay, and then do the other side the exact same way. You're going to just cut right on the fold line. Get that open so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. There. Okay, and then just lift up this part of the bag and trim the rest of the way across like that. All right. So now we have part of it cut away, and then we need to go in to where, if you fold the bottom of the bag, if you fold it down like into a little triangle here, you can see that there's a fold line right here. That's a diagonal fold line. You're going to just cut just that one layer. It's actually the side of the bag, okay? It's that little side of the bag right there. So you want to just cut right along that little diagonal fold, and we've released that side. Okay, so we're going to come over here and do the same thing. Kind of fold your bag a little bit down into like a triangle here, and then cut along this fold line. Okay, and then the flap opens up. So now we have a page and a flap. Okay, so I'll be decorating this page and both sides of the flap today. And what I thought I might do for mine is make a vintagey kind of nature page. And this bag is a little bit wonky here. I'm going to see if I can flatten this out. It seems pretty flat, but I've got some extra bag in the way here. I'm going to just see if I can trim that off a little bit because it's messing up where it folds. So I'm going to just snip that little bit off so to get it out of the way of the fold there. All right. There we go. That works better. All right. So I've pulled out just a few things. I don't know how much of this I'll use, but I've got like, I thought this was a cool looking image from, it's like a magazine or a catalog, probably a catalog. Looks like somebody's art. Whoops. And I just thought that looked really neat. Just like the grungy, kind of worn aspect of it. I have a coffee stained, well, it's not really a whole doily, but it's pretty much a doily. But I would probably use only pieces of it anyway, which is why I have it out, because I'll probably just use a piece and then make good use of that little torn doily. This is a little bookmark thing. It was a freebie and something I bought or ordered or something. I don't remember now what it was, but I thought it was pretty, and so I saved it. This is coffee stained ledger paper. Here's a stamp of my little birdie. You've seen me use this little stamp before. I believe that was when I was working on the tea bags last year. But this is a Hero Arts bird stamp, and I believe it is in my Amazon store. I'm pretty sure. But here's the information, just in case you can't locate it. In case you can't see that, it's called Bird, and the number is D5890, if you like this little stamp, and I love it. Okay, so I stamped it onto a yellowed piece of book paper. See? And this is like in the front, you know, there's extra pages, and so they're yellowed like the pieces that have text on them. And so I just tore out a piece. Sometimes you'll find this where there's a new chapter, there's some blank, empty space that can be used for stamping. So it looks really cool because you have the same worn papers that go along with your project. This is a piece of just an old letter, and this is one of those images that I got off of Pixabay.com. All right, so I have to think about this for just a second, and once I've figured out what I might want to do, I'll come back and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have decided I'm going to put the old letter piece right in the center here for this background. So I'm just going to glue it down with a glue stick. Oops. Okay. There we go. Okay. And I'll just trim that off so I can see where the top and bottom of my page are. To move the edge of this. Actually, I think that got kind of painted together last time, so it's okay. It's all right. Okay, let me do this one. A little bit of extra bag here in the way. But that's what you got when you deal with paper bags. They're all different. Okay. So now we have the background down. And I thought I might use that butterfly image and maybe put it up here in the corner. And I have a dried flower. It grows wild out in the edge of my property where the woods start. It's a milkweed. I thought I'd put that there, and then I've got to figure out something else to put here, but I do like that, and when this is closed you'll still be able to see that flower peeking out there. I think that's kind of fun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the butterfly down. Okay. All right, and then the flower I will glue down with glue, and I'll put a little piece of washi tape on the bottom to hold it. Actually, maybe I'll put it on a piece of this doily, like right in here. Whoops. Trying to see which side looks the best. I guess they both look about the same, so doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I like that because you can see the flower better. It's not so much distraction with the excess words there. So just trim this off. Hopefully straight. Okay, and then I'll put that down there. And I'm going to just leave this kind of raggedy. It'll break off probably eventually, but that's okay. You know what? I might put a little bit of ink on that. Let's see if I can find my inks here. Get kind of buried. Okay, here we go. And this will be good. Probably should have done that to my butterfly picture too, just to help age it up a little bit, but it's all right. Might still be able to add a little bit. It's pretty aged anyway on its own, so I'm not too worried or concerned. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Gluing this is not always the easiest because it's all these holes that are in it. The glue kind of goes everywhere. I think I'm going to try to use a little bit of the tacky glue here and there in here so I don't have so much of a big gluey mess. We'll just dot it in here and there, and hope for the best. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, much better. Not nearly as much glue as I sometimes encounter with those doilies. Okay. Excuse me. All right, now let's see. Where's my flower? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty against the doily. Okay, so let's put a little bit of that same glue on the back of the flower. Okay. And just put it down like this. Go. Okay, so I have a tiny roll of washi tape. Tiny, I mean narrow. So I tore off a little piece and I'm going to put it across here. It's a little measuring tape. I like that. I believe that's one of the Tim Holtz tapes. I'm going to have to trim that because it's not tearing so well. There we go. So I still have to figure out what I'm going to do here. But in the meantime, I'm going to come over to this side, and I believe I'm going to put the back side of that little ledger that was coffee stained. And this doesn't quite fit, so I'm going to move it all the way to the inside here, and then I'll put something else on this edge, maybe some lace or something like that would be cool. Sticky fingers. There we go. All right. got another dried flower I'm going to put over here like this. Let's see, but I want to put something on this edge first. Oh, I have a little key here. How that works. A little bit too big, probably. Too big. Okay, let me see if I can find some lace. Okay, I found a piece already coffee dyed. Yay! All right, and I'm going to use the Fabra Fix to put this on because it does hold the fabric and lace and stuff so well. So let me get actually going to go this way. Just want to get a piece cut off so I'm not handling the whole bit. Oops. Okay. And then I'll just put some glue along the edge, and this will help cover up this edge here that's not covered with the paper, and it's also showing that it's a little bit crooked, so this will cover all that up. Okay. So now the lace will show on the other side of the flap also, which is fun. This glue dries really quickly. That's why I like it for this kind of stuff especially. Works really good on just with paper too, but it has a strong smell, so you have to, if you're like me, you have to use it in small doses. You can't use it all day long because it does have a strong smell, but it works really well, so it's worth it for a few minutes of having to deal with that. Okay. Okay, I think it's pretty straight. All right, so we're going to trim that. And this side. Okay. So that looks real sweet. So we're going to put the flower here, and I'm going to put a quote over here, but I think that looks really pretty. It's just a, one of those little weeds you see growing out and about, but all the flowers, all the weeds are wildflowers actually. Some are prettier than others, but just the same, they're flowers. They have names, and carefully dot these fragile little petals. Now remember, you guys, if you don't have all of these things like dried flowers and things like that, it's not a big deal. You don't have to do your page identical to mine. But if you do have some of these things laying around and you've been wanting to use them and you didn't know where you'd use them or how you'd use them, hopefully this will give you some ideas on how you can do that. All right, let's get this hopefully glued in place. Here we go. All right, and we'll do the same thing and put a little piece of washi tape on the bottom of the stem there. Okay. Right here and here. That's so cute. Makes me happy just looking at it, being able to enjoy my little flowers that I picked and dried, and well, I pressed them in a book actually, but this makes me happy to be able to look at them and enjoy them. Okay, so now the lace will show over to this side, and let's see, I've got my little bird I was thinking about putting here. And I've got a little stamp with nature image on it, a little branch. It's a fern, very pretty. And this is a piece of corrugated cardboard, and I was just pulling away some of the this layer, this side, just to kind of make it look older, like an old piece of something. And I thought I might put it right here and have this stamp on top of it. I've got to age up that stamp a little bit. It's a little too bright, but I think that will be so cute. I'll trim this a little, and then we'll give it a little distress ink too. There we go. All right, now, before I glue those down, I do want to distress the edges first. And I think I want to put a little gesso or something on the bag. Instead of covering it with paper, I was thinking I might just put a little bit of paint or gesso there just to color it up a little bit in the background, like along the edges maybe, or cover up like some of this stuff that was on the bag itself. Yeah, that stamp doesn't want to take this ink too well because it's glossy. The envelope that was underneath it does fine, but boy, the rest of that didn't want to. But it's a little bit darker than it was, so I think it looks fine. I'm happy with it. Let's see. Okay, let me set these aside, and my gesso right here. Just put a little bit of it here on the mat and kind of go around the. I've already got some white here from when I was working on this page, so that's funny. Okay, and just give it an old like paint scraped look or something maybe, or paint wearing off kind of a look. It's kind of cool. Okay. Just a little bit more of it down in here. And you can dry that. kind of cute. I'm just moving it about just a little bit. Ooh, I kind of like that even better. It makes it look like wood. Like wood piled up laying there maybe. That's cute. Okay. All right, I'm going to do one other thing here. I'm going to give this a try. I'm just going to tear a piece of this book text and try a little trick, see if it works. The idea is to glue it down and then pull it off and leave some of it behind. So I'm going to put a little bit of that here and then pull it away. I think I'll use the matte gel for that, just to give it some good adhesion. Let me find a palette knife here. There we go. Alright, so I just need a little, don't need a ton, but let's see. Okay, I'm going to put it back here. Spread the rest of it here, just for good measure. Okay. Okay, now. Put my lid on and dry it up just a little bit. Watch out for my flour because it's getting a lot of heat. Now let's see if it's dry enough to pull it off. Not quite, needs to stick a little bit longer. Okay, so while that's drying a little bit, let's see what else can I put here. I pulled out a couple more things. This is a little piece of burlap paper. It's like scrapbook paper. Don't know if I can use that or not. This is just a little bit of a stamp. I just found, I went through my little scrap box to see what was in there. It's a dragonfly, but with a butterfly, I don't want to use that in the same area. I have my little leaf that I made back when I was doing the dessert morsels, and I was making some little tags from clothing tags and packaging. That might look kind of cute there, but it's a little bit big. Little bit big. Here's some stamped leaves from my hand carved, or yeah, hand carved little, I think foam stamps is what these were. Let's see. Trying to tear it here, but it's not cooperating. There we go. Tear one out and see how it looks. It's kind of cute. Just kind of fills the void there. Doesn't have to be anything major, I guess. But that's an idea. We'll keep it in mind. Let's see. Here's a flower. Maybe the leaf can go here with it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just keep that there for now. And I found a little flag that had been cut out of scrapbook paper. Maybe a piece of that would look better. I kind of like that, but it's a little bright. A little bright. kind of like that. Maybe I can distress it. That will tone it down a little bit and make it not quite so bright. Coat the whole thing, just dull it down some. Okay. Actually, it could be shorter. There, I like that better. And then the leaf. Maybe we'd like the leaf better if it were trimmed instead of torn. Let's see. It's kind of sweet, kind of representative of nature still. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, we'll keep that there for now. Let's see how our paper is coming along. Let's see. Still a little wet under there, but the idea is to just tear some of it away and leave some of it so that it looks, you know, old. And I think we're capturing that. And I think that fills that space a lot better. It makes it not like a plain bag there. Kind of like that. Okay, and then if we have this here. I think that's pretty sweet. We may still add something else here or there, but I think I might want to add a little bit more paper right here. I didn't realize that that was so empty looking. Not terrible, but it could use a little bit of fun. Over there. Put maybe a little bit less of the scrape that off. Put a little less of the glue this time maybe, and it won't take so long to dry. That'd be smart. Okay, keep picking up scraps with my gluey utensils here. Okay. All right. Right, so we know the birdie's going to go here, so needs a little bit more ink up here. There we go. All right, so let's glue him down. So I found a couple more things. I have a button, and I'm going to take a little piece of that burlap paper, and I'm going to put the button on there like that. I think that's sweet. And I might, I think I'm going to attach this flower kind of slipped underneath the cardboard right there. I think it's kind of cool, kind of sticking out a little bit there. So what I'll do, I think, is just trim it off a little bit. And we're going to just glue it on down. Get her done. This is so much fun, though. I really want to do a nature journal also sometime. It's in the plans, but I haven't gotten a chance to get it started yet. But I really love this kind of thing, this kind of journal. So I thought, oh, well, here's my chance to do a little bit of it, at least, in the snack bag book. All right. That's kind of cute. Kind of helps to fill it in a little and make it look not so stark. And this adds a little bit of the green that I've got going on down here at the bottom. It kind of helps to bring it up a bit here, and I might put a little bit of something over here as well. But I'm going to put this down. I'm going to just use the tacky glue this time because it's handy and less messy. Oops, okay. These little mini glue dots are very handy for holding down buttons and three-dimensional type items like that. And you don't have to, I mean, glue would work, but then you've got to wait for it to dry. So rather than do that, I can just stick one of these little glue dots on the back. I'm sure most of you are familiar with glue dots, but for those who aren't, you just press it on, and when you remove the item, it's stuck to the back of it. Then you can just stick it down wherever you want to place it. Yeah, that's just a very tiny amount of green. I mean, some of it is white, but there is a little bit of green there that you can see peeking through. There we go. Separate it some and you can see the greens better. There we go. See? Very, very cute. I thought I would just put that like right here in the center. That looks so cute. Love it. Okay. I'll come back and draw around it, probably outline it a little bit in a minute. All right. And then the last thing, well, I assume it's the last thing. Actually, before I do the last thing, I'm going to take a pen. Let's see which one. Which pen? Where is it? Let's see, this one will work. I thought I would just kind of put a little bit of a border around this page. Just a little straight border just to bring the greens on around the page. It helps kind of give everything its place. Kind of holds it all in, so to speak. So I really like that already a lot more. Very nice. Yes. Okay, let's see over here. Maybe I'll do the same thing. That will help bring the greens around as well. Maybe here we'll just do maybe a bit in the corner and a bit in the corner to start. Anyway, we'll see how we like it. That's probably enough. So cute. Love it. So it says, no matter how chaotic it is, wildflowers will still spring up in the middle of nowhere. And it's true. They are thrivers. All right. And this is looking a little empty now, so I'm not sure what I will do there. Maybe a piece of washi tape. I've got some washi tape with wildflowers on it. I don't know how this would look on top of the brown paper though. So I may have to put a swish of some gesso or something there. It's not too bad. Let's see, which section do I want? Maybe this right in here would be pretty. So what I did was I cut 3 of the images out of the washi tape just so that I could put them closer together. They were a little bit further apart on the tape, and I kind of like the way this worked out. Put this one in between the two. It's more of a, looks like it's more of a leafy plant, but it'll still work. It'll still work. So I have several little stickers there from the washi tape. That's kind of cute. All right, so I hope you guys all have a great time making your nature page, and I hope you have as much fun as I just had, because this was a blast, and it's something that, like I said, I've been wanting to do for a while, so can't wait to see what you do, and I will look forward to seeing them in the Mixed Media Morsels Facebook group. And if you're not a member there yet, or you haven't heard about it, I have a Facebook group over. I have a group over on Facebook, and it's called Mixed Media Morsels, and everyone likes to create their pages and share with everyone over there. So you get a lot of inspiration, and you get to share what you've done and get a lot of encouragement. So come on over and join us over there, and thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.